Hello, this is Brenda Green, and I'd like to welcome you to Living in the Go. The topic today is the stock market. Investing is for you. People ask me all the time if you should invest in the stock market, and I always go, yes, please. I did a previous video on investing called Financial Literacy 105. You can go there for a more in-depth information about investing, but this is just a high-level quickie. The topics I want to cover are where to invest and how to invest. So, where to invest? You should be investing in the stock market. You should have mutual funds, bonds, stocks, ETFs, which are exchange traded funds, as part of your portfolio. A portfolio is just where do you keep all of your investments, where they're held. Now, you can buy real estate also as an investment, but you must include maintenance, the upkeep, property taxes, vacant apartments as a part of that investment. Some people like real estate as an investment, but they would choose to buy stock that invest in real estate, and those are called REITs, REITs. Again, you can get more detail in my other video. So, investing is a part of your money plan, and you have to have the tools to do that. I say this all the time that people have money because they invest in the stock market. You can put money in a savings account, which is an investment of sorts. You can put it in a money market or a CD, that's a certificate of deposit. But the interest rates are very low. Savings accounts can be lower than 1%, and you can get maybe up to 4% in a certificate of deposit. But the stock market averages between 8 to 12% a year. So you do the math. You can buy stocks, bonds, or those mutual funds and ETFs. Your investments at work, if you have plans at the job for retirement, would be a 401k, a 403b, or a TSP, and you contribute to those. They are limited because your company selects what stock to put your funds into. If you don't have a vehicle at work, then you can open up a Roth IRA at a brokerage company. And a Roth IRA is just a retirement account that you fund with after-tax dollars. So that's when you get paid, you take money from your paycheck and you put it into your Roth. You can't deduct the contributions on your income taxes, but that's fine. Now, once you've done this, all future withdrawals, if you follow the rules, are tax-free. So all the money that you put into it, you can always take it back out. So you can think of it as a way to save as well. But if you follow the rules, and that means to keep it in that account for 5 years, then no matter how much interest it makes, every single penny belongs to you and you don't have to pay taxes on it any longer. So if you want to open this, you want to do it at a brokerage company where you can save lots of money. And some of the brokerage companies that you can use are Vanguard, Fidelity, Options Express, E-Trade, TD Ameritrade, Trade King, Scottrade, USAA Brokerage Services, Thinkorswim, or Charles Schwab. There are many more, but those are some of the big ones. So you can make those purchases for less than $10 a trade. A trade is really just the action of buying or selling a stock. Stocks, also known as shares, is a type of security, and you own a stock, meaning that you own part of a company. There are two types of stocks that you can have. There's common stock and preferred. Now, preferred stock takes priority over the common stock, and it certainly costs you a lot more money. Let me give you an example. Back in 1981, Warren Buffett, hopefully we've all heard of him, but he opened a company, Berkshire Hathaway, and he started selling stock. So his preferred stock, at that time, one share was worth $430. Today, that same share would be $342,000. That's a huge investment, and you would be wealthy beyond imagination if you had bought those shares. So now a bond is another type of instrument, and a bond is issued by a company, the holders, and they pay you back for buying bonds in their company. Typically, those types of vehicles are municipal bonds or corporate bonds. But they owe you back, and there's a maturity date at a certain time they would pay you back. Now, with bonds, because they're more secure, you don't get as big of an interest. But if you are feeling a little nervous and you want something that's a little more secure, then you can buy some bonds. Now, a mutual fund is professionally managed. That's an investment that pools money from all the investors to purchase securities. And the thing about mutual funds is that they spread the money out over a lot of different industries. So they might be tech things, there might be railroad, there might be banks, Coca-Cola. So they put it into a lot of different areas. So again, it reduces some of the risk that you could have if you just bought a traditional stock. The positive about that certainly is it is very diverse, but the negative is because they are professionally managed, the fees are a lot more expensive on a mutual fund. And then you have exchange traded funds. They're like mutual funds, but they're traded freely on the stock market all day long, and they're traded against what we call indexes. So if you've heard of the Dow Jones or the Standard and Poor, those are indexes, and they traditionally have companies like maybe a McDonald's or a Sears. So companies that you've heard about. They have fewer fees, and so they require less maintenance. So let me share some of my beliefs with you. Don't believe anyone who tells you that getting rich is easy. It's not. It's discipline, it's hard work, but the rewards for you will be phenomenal because it's for your future. Don't get emotional over investing. If you're looking at it every day, if you're sweating, if you're worrying about it, that's not the purpose because you need to think about it as the long game. You're putting money into these funds for your future, and you're going to be just fine if you just hold tight and be a little patient. Don't invest with your insurance agent because your insurance agent is selling you products. Now, you can buy term insurance, you can buy whole life if you're older and you just need something for burial or whatever. But don't buy investment products with your insurance agent. It's okay to say, I don't know. Ask for help if you need it. Rule number one is to never lose money, and you need to pay your necessities with that money. Rule number two is to remember rule number one. Don't compare your efforts to anyone else's success. Your journey is your journey. So, as always, I want to thank you for your time and attention. I hope you got something out of this. And if you liked it, please hit subscribe, share it, like it, tell all your friends, and I'll talk with you next time.